Okay, so who else said 2020 was going to be their year? You were determined and committed to hitting the gym and on a mission to make some gains. You know what I'm talking about, booty gains. Then COVID 19 hit us all. Luckily enough, the gyms here are still open, of course, with some restrictions in place. There's only 5 months left of the year, but that shouldn't stop you from reaching your goals. So, I've started a new workout split to maximize glute growth. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, before we get into this high volume leg workout, you want to make sure your body is warmed up to reduce the risk of injuries. Warming up with glute bridges, body weighted squats, or resistance bands will easily get the blood flowing and wake up your glutes so that they are ready when we start the exercises. It is so important to warm up before every workout. If you are like me and you tend to feel your quads or hamstrings dominating during the workout, then doing dynamic warm ups will definitely be a game changer for you. Trust me, if you want better results, remember to warm up your glutes. As you can see, I've done some glute bridges, banded squats, and I like to incorporate some simple leg swings, about 12 to 15 per side as well in this warm up. Well, if you know me, then you know I love squatting. Squats are a compound lift, which means it's a full body movement. You have the barbell on your shoulders, so the muscles in your arms, shoulders, chest, back, and core are all involved to keep you stable. And throughout the squat, you are using your glutes and legs to lift up the weight. We are trying to do a high volume leg workout today. So slowly work your way up with the weights, but make sure you always have at least 2 reps left in the tank. So that's an RIR, which is reps in reserve, of 8. Try to go so that your thigh is parallel to the ground at the bottom of the squat position. As you may see, I do have a slight tendency to squat too deep, which I'm trying to work on, but you definitely don't need to go below parallel to get the booty gains you want. You can see my neck is neutral and my stance is a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and my feet are slightly externally rotated so that I can comfortably squat down. Remember to engage your core and focus on pushing through your heels with each rep. For the next exercise, we'll move on to Romanian deadlifts. You can stand on top of a plate to increase the elevation off the ground. This is called a deficit. Now, using a deficit is a more advanced way to perform this exercise. So, depending on your skill level, you can perform it normally as well. Well, you know, I am a shorty, so having that extra height with the deficit helps me get that hamstring stretch at the very bottom of the lift. Using a deficit for this can also help you if you are flexible and you don't feel the hamstring stretch with a normal Romanian deadlift. Remember to slightly bend your knees and don't lock your legs out. If you feel pain coming from your lower back, try lowering the weight down and focus on your form instead. I find taking my time with these really gives me a good glute and hamstring pump. You can also notice that my neck is neutral and my shoulders are retracted back with each rep. Okay, this one is going to burn. And trust me, you don't have to go heavy, but focus on keeping constant tension in the glutes. With the Bulgarian split squat, just simply place one leg behind you on a bench and the other foot is in front so that you can lunge into a comfortable position. Focus on pushing through the heel of the leading foot and contract your glutes at the top of each rep. And girl, trust me, your quads will be on fire. There are many variations you can use. You can use 2 dumbbells or even a barbell. I personally prefer to just use a single dumbbell, and I hold it on the opposite side to the activated leg, as this also helps to work on my core and stability. Also, you can try placing your hand or poking your glutes whilst doing the reps, as this can help stimulate that mind-muscle connection to your glutes. Of course, I had to include the holy grail hip thrust. If you're short on time or you can't get a free barbell to do the traditional hip thrust, this variation is perfect for you. Single-legged hip thrusts are good at targeting one glute at a time and require minimal setup. Place your leg so that when you thrust your leg, it creates a 90-degree angle at the knee joint. Keep your head facing forward, and you can notice that I've tucked my chin in to maintain that head position. Focus on contracting the glute muscles at the very top of the thrust, and to increase the intensity, you can use a plate or a dumbbell and simply place it over your hips or legs. Okay, now we're moving on to the 45-degree hyperextension. This is a great exercise to target the glutes as well as that lower back. Now, to target your glutes, externally rotate your toes slightly and maintain a rounded back as you go up into the hyperextended position. The rounded back will make sure to increase the tension placed on the glutes during each rep. Hold the top position for a second and contract your glute muscles as much as you can. And girl, you will get that juicy booty pump. You can do this as a body weight exercise and aim for reps of 20, or increase the load by holding or hugging onto a plate in front of you whilst doing the hyperextensions. You have probably seen this machine used all over social media, the machine abductors. This exercise is an essential one to get that rounded, peachy look. The abductors work on the gluteus medius and minimus. These muscles not only help round out the glutes, but they are also very important in helping keep us stable when we are walking or standing on one leg. When working on the machine, play around with different seating positions to find what works for you. I find sitting at the very edge of the seat with a slight lean forward helps me engage the abductors the most. You can also try holding onto the machine and elevating yourself off the seat to see if that works for you too. Now we're going to move on to the last exercise for this workout, banded lateral walks, or what I call crab walks. Don't ask me why I call it that. So this is another exercise to target your abductors. Just use a resistance band or a hip circle that you have. You can place the band between your knees, your ankles, or your feet. And the intensity of this exercise is really dependent on how much resistance is in the band that you are using. Remember to always stay in a slightly lowered squat position throughout the whole set. Doing this will keep the tension constant on your glutes and give you that nice peachy booty pump at the end of your workout. I hope you guys found these exercises and tips useful. Give it a go at your next workout and trust me, you will feel the booty pump. I hope I gave you guys some motivation for the gym and to try something new. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel for future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!